Well, hey there. Welcome back to Adventure in Art, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time. My name is Ben Staley. I am the resident talking head around these parts. If it's your first time, we sort of dissect creativity, inspiration. We talk about cameras. We talk about the creative process. We talk about being artists. We talk about adventure, stepping into the unknown. And that's kind of what we're going to delve into today a little bit. Today's going to be a little different of an episode. I'm going to try and get this all out in one big spiel. So bear with me. I'm going to try and be focused. I'm going to try and be articulate. I'm going to try and hit all the points that are in my head. Sometimes I'm not going to lie. I actually struggle at sitting here in my office and just kind of spitting out stuff to the camera. It's I didn't think it would be this challenging, and all those YouTubers that we've all seen over the years, they make it look so easy. I struggle with it sometimes, and I have all these great ideas, and then you sit down and they kind of go away. So I almost find it's easier sometimes to just be out on a trail or out in the hills or in the trees and doing something. And for me, my brain sometimes opens up a little better in those places, but it's just a little more complicated to do that, and I'm short on time, and I wanted to get this message out to you guys, and this has been on my mind for a little while, and this is going to be a bit of a rant. Bear with me. I want to talk about being your own boss, right? That's the dream, right? And I'm going to frame this maybe in a way that maybe you haven't heard framed. Maybe you have. I don't know. This is just something that I've arrived at after, darn near 2 decades of being a freelance artist, filmmaker, sometimes photographer. You want to be your own boss, right? That's the dream. If you're like me, I'm kind of a contrarian. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told what not to do. That's just in my nature. That's probably a personality defect. The sad truth is I have to work for people, right? People hire me to do a job, and I got to do the job that they want me to do, right? Now, they hire me because of my talents or skills or my vision or whatever the context is, whether I'm a cinematographer or a director or a producer. I wear a lot of hats, do a lot of different things. People hire me for different skill sets and different abilities all the time, but they're hiring me to realize their vision and to deliver whatever it is that whatever kind of content, movie, television, show, video, whatever the heck it is that they have hired me to deliver, I gotta frickin' deliver that. And I gotta deliver it on budget and on schedule. And it's gotta be high quality. Otherwise, if you're freelance like me, I've been doing this a long time. I've got a great reputation. I've won awards. I still go into every job thinking, man, if I don't nail this, it's probably going to be my last job. And I think that's maybe that's the chain we carry around our necks as artists, right? And you have this dream of like, wow, what if I could be the boss? What if I could just make what I want to make, when I want to make it, how I want to make it? What if I can be one of those artists, right? I just get to do whatever I want. Is that the dream? Is that even a potential reality? Well, let me tell you this. You need to learn how to be your own boss first. What does that mean? Well, I don't know where you are in your career. I don't know what you've done, what you want to do, what's coming up. What's your level of skill? Are you just out of school? Have you not gone to school? Have you been working for a couple decades like me and you're kind of old and beat up and like, whoa. But here's something that's very important. If you're just starting off, or if you're like me, and I've got, at this point, kind of a long career and a wide-ranging career, okay? Like, I don't even want to list everything that I've done. Like, you guys would almost not believe it. I've done everything from I've done stunt work on TV shows, big TV shows. I did stunts in a Marvel movie one time. So I've performed on camera. I've done photography off and on for literally 20 years. here and there, never as a full-time thing, never as a dedicated, that's my only job right now. But jobs have come and gone consistently for 20 years. I've been a video editor, I've done motion graphics, I've been a cinematographer, mostly a lot. I've been a director quite a bit. Everything from short films, short documentaries, music videos, feature documentaries. I haven't directed a feature scripted narrative film yet, and that's my big dream, and that's what I'm working towards. Haven't done that one yet, and that's actually is the big dream and the big goal for me. But what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to get at is I've done a lot of things, and I've worked consistently as a creator, as a filmmaker, photographer, but chiefly as a storyteller for a long time. And in between that, whenever I could, whenever I had enough time, and we'll talk about time here in a minute, but I have consistently always, from way back when I was just trying to get jobs to even now when sometimes I have more jobs than I can do, sometimes I don't have enough. It's been a strange year. But I'm still always doing personal work. And I'm approaching that personal work as if it is my professional work, all right? I don't take it casually. I dedicate myself to it, right? And I am my own boss in that context. So I'm telling you right now, if you have some place you want to get to, you want to be a successful working photographer, you want to be a successful working director or cinematographer or producer or writer or musician or whatever the heck it is, you need to be doing work all the time, whether someone is paying you or not. Why do you need to be doing this work? Because you need to be developing your skills. You need to be sharpening that blade until it is razor sharp. And that means you can't take a day off. That means you can't stop. That means you've got to be trying new things all the time. Now, I understand it, but it annoys me. A lot of people look at artists and they just think, oh yeah, it's like they're an artist, like as if they're people who aren't responsible or people who don't try as hard, aren't dedicated like, someone who goes to an office for 40 or 50 hours a week and punches a clock. Dude, being an artist is hard. It's maybe the hardest thing, right? And you have those dark nights and dark days. You have that uncertainty, you have that fear, you have that doubt, you have that crushing rejection all the time. Throughout that, you have to stay steadfast. You have to have a strong enough ego that you believe in yourself and you believe in your innate talent and you believe in yourself enough to know when you don't have enough talent or enough skills, and so you need to develop that. You need to make it stronger. You need to get your own vision, your own way of looking at things, and the only way to do that is to work. So you got to crack the whip on yourself. You've got to be your own boss. You want to be successful, you want to have a career, be your own frickin' boss. Do some personal work. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm going to go, I'm going to go shoot some pictures this Saturday and try out this camera and practice. I think I'm going to go film, I'm going to go film this guy riding his horse and I'm going to get some cool shots. Okay, that's great. Don't take it casually. Make a project out of it. Give yourself a deadline. Give yourself a deliverable. Give yourself a job. And then stick to it. Because what happens is you're trying to get someplace, right? You want clients. You want people to hire you because you're badass, because you're the only one who can do this certain job. You have the vision, you have the talent, you have the know-how, you have the experience, right? You want people to hire you and go, you're the one. But you're not yet. You've got to get there. And, you can be out and you like filming, you like taking your camera and going out and shooting pictures all day. That's the funnest thing in the world. But wait a minute, when someone actually hires you, and now this is great. You're gonna go shoot some adventure lifestyle photo shoot, right? And it's like a dream job. It's gonna be awesome. But all of a sudden there's this added layer of time, of money, of expectations, of I am expecting something from you because I'm paying you to do this. You need to deliver on budget, on schedule, and with exceptional quality. And that, if you're not used to that, it's kind of a shock at first of like, whoa, that pressure, and it can mix up your brains. It can scramble your eggs a little bit. Because you're like, you start doubting yourself. You start going, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can do it in this time. What's that going to take? You need to feel that pressure before you're in that pressure. You need to practice. You need to practice under deadlines. So do lots of personal work, but approach those personal projects and make them a project. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot some photos, and then maybe next week I'll shoot some more, and then maybe next month I'll shoot some more, and maybe eventually I'll have this bit of work, or I'm going to film some of this and film some of that. Maybe eventually I'll shape it into a film. I don't know. Fuck that. That's a cop-out. Conceive something. Write it. Map it out. Plan it. Schedule it. Figure out how you can get it made. And then come up with a responsible but scary deadline for yourself so that it's got to be done at that time. And if it's not, you have failed. You haven't delivered. Because I tell you what, if you fail to deliver on time for your clients, you're probably not the first one they're going to call next time. And they might call you the next time, but if it happens twice, they're not going to call you again. So you need to feel what that intensity is like. You need to feel what that stress is like, what that pressure is like, and you need to understand your own capability under that stress and under that pressure. So be your own boss. Give yourself deadlines. Give yourself a certain quality benchmark to meet, and then go meet it. And then you're done. That project's done. It sits there. You can see it. Maybe you show people. Maybe it goes in your portfolio. Maybe it doesn't. Then you do something else. And you know what? You do it a little better. You're a little sharper. You're a little more efficient. You're a little more skilled. Your vision is more finely tuned. Am I making sense here? I'm just rambling. Be your own boss, folks. Be your own boss and be hardcore. Treat yourself like you want to be treated, but treat yourself like you would want to be treated if you were the boss. Be the best employee. Be the best freelancer you can be for yourself. Honor yourself. Bust your ass for yourself. Get up early. Stay out late. Do it. I guess that's what I wanted to say. Be your own boss. Because someday, maybe you will be the boss. And that's a beautiful thing. But you've got to earn it. And you've got to know inside that you're ready. If you go into these, you have a lot of talent, and you go and you shoot something, and it makes waves, and people start calling you. It feels great. But inside you're going, man, was that a fluke? Can I duplicate this? Can I do this again? You need to have that confidence. You need to have those reps in. I think we covered it. Be your own boss, folks. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing being an artist. It's also super scary. It's also confusing. There's a lot of gray in it. So go easy on yourself. Respect yourself. Make sure that other people respect you too. Be kind. Be appreciative when someone comes to you and says, I'm taking my hard-earned money and I'm going to give it to you so that you can do this project for me. That's freaking awesome. So respect that. And when they do come to you with a project, with a film to make, with some pictures to take, go out and bleed for that. Go out and give it your all. Whether it's $50 or $500 or $5,000, if you agree to do it, go out there and treat it like it's the last $50 you're ever going to make in your life. And you know what? Next time you're going to get a little bit more money. And the next time after that, if you dedicate yourself the same way, you're going to get more jobs and you're going to get more money. But it's about the work, and it's about there and going out and giving it your all every single time. And At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks of what you've done. They need to respect you. They need to see that you have given 100% of your effort. You've given everything that you possibly can. And what's more important than them knowing that and thinking that is you knowing that and thinking that. You need to know when you go out there to work that you haven't left anything on the table. You've given it your all. Because if you know that you kind of phoned in one little part of it, well, you're not really going to respect yourself in the morning. And that's not a good feeling. So be your own boss. Crack the whip on yourself. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Be out there pushing and grinding before anybody's even got to question what you're doing. And do it when no one's looking. Do it when you're just making something for yourself. All right, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you coming back week after week. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.